Trust not a woman when she weeps, for it is her nature to weep when she wants her will. Let's not sugarcoat this. Tears have power, and women have wielded this power for centuries. When a woman weeps, don't be so quick to assume it's sorrow or helplessness on display. Sometimes those tears are nothing more than a weapon, sharp, calculated, and designed to cut through your defenses. Recognize this for what it is: manipulation dressed as vulnerability. Tears disarm the unprepared. They evoke guilt, sympathy, and a misplaced urge to comfort, bypassing logic and striking directly at your emotions. Picture this: a heated argument turns to silence, then suddenly tears fall. The dynamic shifts, and before you know it, you're apologizing for something that wasn't your fault. This isn't emotion, it's strategy. Manipulative women wield this tactic with precision, and if you're naive enough to fall for it, you'll find yourself dancing to her tune like a spineless fool. Let's be clear. Not every woman weaponizes her tears, but those who do understand just how much power they can extract from a man conditioned to respond with immediate action. Society has programmed you to see a weeping woman as fragile, needing protection. This conditioning, protect, appease, provide, becomes your leash. And when she pulls on it, you obey, often at the expense of your self-respect. So how do you break free from this trap? First, recognize the pattern. Does she cry when she doesn't get her way? Does she conveniently tear up during disagreements to shift the focus from the issue to her feelings? These are red flags. Manipulative tears aren't about emotion. They're about control. Second, hold your ground. When faced with tears, resist the urge to jump to attention. Pause. Assess the situation with cold clarity. Are those tears a genuine response to pain, or are they a carefully timed performance meant to derail you? Ask yourself, does this align with reality, or am I being played? Third, set ironclad boundaries. A man who respects himself doesn't let crocodile tears dictate his actions. If you suspect manipulation, call it out. Say something like, "I see you're upset, but let's focus on the issue at hand." This isn't cruelty, it's dominance. It's reclaiming control over a situation that's slipping into emotional chaos. This isn't about becoming cold or unfeeling. It's about staying sharp and unshakable. Manipulation thrives on imbalance, on one person surrendering power to another. Refuse to play that role, and you'll force her to face you on equal footing. Weak men buckle under emotional pressure. Strong men crush it. Women are complex. They're capable of deep emotion, vulnerability, and strategy, but also of manipulation, calculation, and control. To ignore this is to underestimate the battlefield you're walking onto. This isn't a call to mistrust women. It's a call to recognize the reality of human behavior and to act with strength and discernment. A crying woman can trigger a primal instinct in you, the urge to protect, to shield, to fix. But when this instinct is manipulated, you're no longer a protector, you're a pawn. Recognizing this conditioning is your first step toward breaking the chains. Not every tear demands a reaction, and knowing when to hold firm is the hallmark of a man who isn't easily played. Manipulative tears surface in high-stakes situations. Picture this: a coworker screws up a critical project and when called out, suddenly tears up, redirecting attention from their failure to their distress. Or consider a partner who cries during an argument, flipping the script so the discussion shifts from the issue to comforting her. These aren't cries for help, they're diversions. Don't let it happen. Recognize the ploy, stay disciplined, and drag the conversation back to the truth. Manipulation through tears doesn't just undermine trust, it corrodes it. If you face this tactic repeatedly, you know the resentment it breeds. Healthy relationships demand mutual respect, not one-sided power plays. Recognizing the difference between genuine emotion and manipulation is critical to maintaining this balance. Cultural dynamics also play a role. Across history, women have been encouraged to express emotions openly, framing tears as a tool of influence. Men, on the other hand, are conditioned to suppress theirs, expected to be stoic and unflinching. This imbalance creates a dynamic where one party's emotions dominate, weaponized to dictate outcomes. Recognizing this manipulation disguised as cultural norm is the first step to leveling the playing field. Self-respect is your shield. Allowing manipulative tears to sway you is a surrender of your autonomy. It's handing over your power on a silver platter. True strength lies in standing firm, even in the face of emotional theatrics designed to unsettle you. A man with self-respect doesn't fold under pressure. He thrives under it. To navigate this battlefield, you need a blend of empathy and discernment. Empathy lets you connect and understand, but discernment keeps you from being exploited. Together, these traits forge relationships built on mutual respect and authenticity, not manipulation. Tears carry meaning: pain, frustration, joy, or deceit. Your job is to separate the genuine from the strategic. The next time you're confronted with tears, pause. Ask yourself, is this real or am I being played? And then respond with strength and intention, not blind reaction. Cultivate emotional resilience. Resilience doesn't mean ignoring emotions. It means controlling your responses to them. By mastering your own emotions, you create a shield against manipulation, ensuring that your actions remain guided by logic and principle. Direct communication is another weapon in your arsenal. When faced with manipulative tears, don't dance around the issue. Ask pointed questions like, "What's really bothering you?" Or, "What outcome are you looking for here?" These cut through the emotional noise and demand clarity. This approach forces accountability, shifting the dynamic from emotional chaos to constructive dialogue, stripping manipulative tears of their power. Finally, recognize the broader consequences of unchecked manipulation. In relationships, it breeds resentment. In professional settings, it undermines trust and productivity. Addressing these patterns isn't just about protecting yourself. It's about creating an environment of honesty and respect. Manipulation, whether through tears or other means, thrives on weakness. By staying grounded, communicating openly, and building emotional resilience, you strip manipulation of its power. You don't just protect yourself, you dominate the dynamic, ensuring that every interaction is on your terms. Tears are powerful, but so are you. Recognize the battlefield, stand your ground, and let your actions speak with unwavering strength. To dominate this dynamic, you must see manipulation for what it is and crush it without hesitation. In doing so, you reclaim your autonomy and forge relationships grounded in respect and authenticity, not deceit or control.